Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another Christmas card making tutorial at dolallycrafts. This is the card we're making today. 안녕하세요, dolallycrafts Karen입니다. And for those that are wondering, I'm just introducing myself to the guys in Korea that I know are watching. So yeah, this is the card we're making today. Once again, another really simple card using one stamp set, and that is the triangle, which is what I featured last week, but we're using this duo, which is two-step stamping. We're using the joy and cheer and the happy wishes to you and yours, as well as the little decorations up in the top. And once again, we're using the Christmas plaid, wrapped in plaid DSP, and I'm using the triangles, the stitch triangle stamp set. Yes, I had to just check the name. The stitch triangle dies, and I'm just using a little bit of our gold foil paper and a scrap of Whisper White and the very white wrapped in plaid. Now I'm taking out the white layer that you can see there. It's just going to be the gold next to the patterned paper. So I'm just going to pop that to the side. Now I also need to grab some ribbon, which I've got sitting here, which is an old cherry cobbler one that was released a couple of Christmases ago, but I've still got tons of this stuff and it goes well with what we're using. So I'll pop that aside and I'll pop those aside for a moment. And I'm going to bring in the stamps. So it's just a two-step stamp, and the colours I'm using are Shaded Spruce and Cherry Cobbler. So I'll start with the Shaded Spruce, open that up, and I'm just going to ink up the stamp. Stamp it down. It's a really, really easy two-step stamp. Pop that aside because we know what happens when Karen leaves her ink pads open. Okay, bring in the other stamp, and we've just got to match the poinsettias in the little open spaces there, and it makes a really darling little Christmas tree. I really, really like this. Now, close up the ink pad just for a moment, and we'll set that aside. And I'm going to bring in my card base, and I just realised I didn't have the card base out. I need to go and print some more of these. Okay, so we have our card base, which as usual is 10.5 centimetres by 14.5, which is approximately 4 1/8 inches wide, and the depth of it is 5 3/4. So it's an 11.5 piece of Whisper White cardstock that's been scored at 5 3/4. Now, in with our triangle, and I'm just going to line it up so that our 3 points are where they need to be, like so. And these are fully sticky post-it, super sticky, and they're full stick post-it notes just to keep these in place. And then I've done the same with gold because I'm going to actually mount the tree in gold this time. So I'll be back in a moment once I've cut these out. Okay, I'm back again. So let's get this card together. Now, as you can see, I've got a really roughly cut L there in the corner of the cardstock, but you're not going to see the rough cut bit. I made sure that I had a really good 90-degree cut there. And what I'm going to do is just place my DSP over that area, like so. So I'm just going to have just over, just about 1/8 of an inch, maybe, just around there. So in with And what I might do is actually put the glue on this layer. So I'm going to use this time my Stampin' Seal Plus because it's the gold foil. And just put it around the edge there. Okay. Bring in the cards, the DSP, and because it's on closest to the inside, I can actually line that up really well before I have to press it down. Okay, and that will sit really nicely. Now I'm going to come in with my cardstock and move this to the side slightly. If you can hear music in the background, my daughter is playing Minecraft or something, and that is music from Minecraft that is going on in the background. It's a little bit too loud. Okay, what I want to do here is I'm going to mark on the back with some black pen where I need to trim this, and then bring in my paper trimmer and just line those markings up in the trimmer like so. That should, yeah, perfectly. It's very hard to see, but you can just see it. And the same here. And then one more line. Should be down there, yes. Okay, I will bring in my dimensionals. I think the cat has opened my bedroom craft room door, and that's why the music's a bit louder than it was before. The door doesn't close properly sometimes. Okay, I'm just putting a few dimensionals here because this is only a DSP layer. Okay, so that will fit there really well. Yes, I'm really pleased with that. I'm just going to press the edges down because they're actually turned upwards from the way that I cut it in the trimmer. Okay, and then I'm going to do the Kathy Zielski trick to have it lined up well. Move these out of the way for a moment. Bring this in and move it to the side. I think you all saw me do this in the last video. Thank you so much, Kathy Zielski, for coming up with this idea. It's wonderful. So line it up, make sure I've got the card in the right way. Yes, I have. Hate to stick it on upside down. Into the corner and just lay it flat, and there we go, perfectly lined up. Great. Move that to the side, and our card is almost done, believe it or not. Okay, just move that over there. Bring in our layering pieces, and I'm going to pop some dimensionals on. No, not yet. I need to put glue on the back of this small triangle. There we go. That was a lot smoother. Work it so that it's into the middle of that, and that looks great. Really pleased with that. That will go there, and then what I will do is, with a little bit of the Scrap Whisper White, actually move that out the way. And what I'm going to do is just stamp like so. Move that to the side. Now I can pop this up, and then on one end, on the bottom, pieces that are going to hang off, I have to double layer those. So one there, one there. First world problems not having any nails, although I think they look a bit better than they did on the last video. Okay, I'm going to line this up with that centre gold line that comes down there, and then with this piece I am just going to put a little bit of sticky on it, bring in my craft knife, and then just pop that underneath like so. There we go. So there's our tree trunk, and on this card I actually embossed. This time I'm not going to emboss. I'm going to use the shaded spruce to pop my joy and cheer on. Just there. And that looks quite nice. It just fit on. We're going to open this up, and at the bottom, our saying for the inside of the card is happy wishes to you and yours. So I'm going to pop that there, and I think that looks really cute. Now I do have one more stamp sitting here somewhere. I have stamps everywhere at present because I've been making a number of cards over the last couple of days, and I've got all my supplies sitting everywhere. Here we go. Okay, and welcome back. My battery ran out and I wasn't sure where. Okay, so I found the little stamp, and this one has got the 3 little baubles on. I'm going to use the Stampin' Right markers. I've got garden green here, not shaded spruce, but that's okay. But I do have the cherry cobbler. So what I'm going to do is colour these in. Now remember, when you first use any of the photopolymer stamps, they will have like an oily residue over them. So what you have to do is ink them up, drag the ink off, and that will take off the covering, and then you can just ink your stamps up and they will stay inked properly. So I'm just inking these, and I'm using the side of the marker so that I don't blunt the tip. Okay, give it a quick huff with your breath just to moisten it again, because part of it might have dried out, and then just stamp it down. And there we go. There's their cute little inside decoration. I hope you've enjoyed today's today's tutorial, and you'll give this card a go. I really, really like the way this one turned out. I think it looks good in any form. I didn't add the ribbon because I don't really think it needed it. However, I am going to bring in some of our holiday rhinestones, which can be found in the catalogue, in the annual catalogue, I believe. And I'm just going to, whoops, pop a few around. I'm going to pop a red one just at the top of the Christmas tree, like so, and just another 2 green down the bottom here. And it doesn't matter whether they're the ones that actually match, whether they're shaded spruce or garden green or any of the others. There we go. There's both of the cards. I hope you like both of them and you'll give me a thumbs up. If you would like to buy any of the supplies, they're available in my online store. The link can be found in the description panel below. So please, if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to dolallycrafts and you'll see more of these cards coming out in the coming weeks. I've decided Fridays will be my Christmas cards and on Mondays it will be whatever I feel like doing. I could be showcasing a very simple card using minimal supplies such as these, or they could be more extravagant cards. Okay, that's enough chattering from me for today. I will speak to you later. Don't forget to join me on Monday for the latest normal card making tutorial. Until then, bye-bye.